Let me just say, I'm excited for this one. We went deep into German history, German lore, because I want to break down this logo right here. It's a carified version of the German coat of arms where a wrench replaces the Bundesadler. You know what a Bundesadler is? It's a black eagle. Such a cool little bit there that we'll get into more of. But welcome back to another Mr. Docket diecast review. Not just any diecast, but a custom one by Shane Cooper. You guys know he does my video game stuff, whether it's from Cars Fast as Lightning, which it usually is, whether it's from some of the older video games, whether it's from Cars 2, the video game. Unfortunately, Cars 3 Driven to Win didn't offer really any new paint jobs, and that is why that game is not very good. It just doesn't expand upon the lore of the movies like almost all the other video games did, and that's why they're so beloved, and that's why really no one talks about Cars 3 Driven to Win. There's no cool characters to play as, except for maybe Rich Mixon, no cool paint jobs. I mean, just imagine Rich Mixon, Cars 3 Driven to Win, playable character with some crazy exotic new paint job. Just imagine that, right? Because that's literally what they did for all the other video games. All the background racers of the World Grand Prix that did not speak, just like Rich Mixon and Cam Spinner, they got a bunch of paint jobs. And that's what I love about Cars Fast as Lightning in particular, because it really focused on a lot of the video game characters. And this one in particular is Empire Max Schnell. They did do a couple paint jobs for Max Schnell in the video game. There's like a silver one where he has barely any decals, but I opted for Shane to make this one because I thought it was the most different from your typical purple Max Schnell. He even gave him a new expression that I'm very excited to take a look at here. But yeah, let's just dive right in. I do want to show a couple images of how he looks animated from the video game. For whatever reason, as you get deeper and more depth into the video game lore and some of the more obscure characters, there are less images of them online. Like, you could look up the Carnival Carla Veloso or the Quente version of her, plenty of pictures, right? You try and look up this guy, you're looking at like the most blurry pic ever. I'll do my best, guys, but yeah, I don't know why. It's really a shame because it feels like lost media at this point because the video game has been shut down. It's no longer active. Very sad because it was fun. I enjoyed it despite never being able to lock or unlock anything because you needed like 1 billion gems. And I just never had that many gems. I didn't want to do any in-game purchases. I'm not about in-game purchases for games. I'll pay for a game. Don't get me wrong, but I don't really do like in-game stuff. Like if I play Fortnite, I don't have the battle pass. And like, call me crazy. I know Fortnite's free, so you could think about it maybe a different way. But yeah, that's just how I roll. Learning something about me today. But yeah, I love the expression that Shane gave him here. Looking dead on, which usually, I prefer someone looking off to the side like Raul, and it would be cool to see that on Max, but he does have a much smaller windshield right here, but it's a much better expression than the original Max Schnell in my opinion. I don't know, I've just become so accustomed to seeing this derpy Max Schnell raising up one eyelid. It just looks so strange to me at this point. They did do some alternative expressions of Max, like the silver version here, which is a lot more similar to what we're working with here on the German Empire version of Max Schnell. But other than that, they pretty much gave him the same expression for every other version of Max. So he's kind of in a triple tone here that harkens back to his original paint job, silver, red, and black. And yeah, like I said, harkens back to his original paint job where he has the 3 stripes kind of draped over him of the German flag, yellow, red, and black, but his main color is purple. He's just trying to incorporate his country's flag into it, so, he was representative and patriotic of his country. And this just kind of harkens back, I've said that word too many times already, but this calls back to the German Empire. So a long time ago, before even all the bad stuff, let's not talk about that. This is just kind of how the country was branded, I guess you could say, if that's a good word to use. You could still see the carbon fiber design on him with all these slits right here, and you could even feel it, which is so cool. One of the coolest things about Max Schnell is his texture, that he's always had this kind of rougher carbon fiber texture. Really cool. I love the yellow wheels that this guy has. They really stand out and provide some nice contrast. Of course, you have the World Grand Prix number 4 logo, which probably should not be there, but I'm pretty sure that's accurate to the video game. But he's not racing in the World Grand Prix anymore. So yeah, you shouldn't really have that. Shouldn't have the all-in-all decal or the World Grand Prix decal either, but that's just kind of how the video game presented him. As you could see here with Carnival Carlo Veloso, it was the same thing. Still retain those decals. Some of the other ones just completely stripped of all those decals, and that's why I like them maybe a little bit better. But with these, they almost feel like modified, like alternative paint jobs for their World Grand Prix liveries, whatever. So yeah, who knows? This could have been what we got to know Max Schnell as for Cars 2, but they went for the purple design because, you know, again, it has the same decals and it also represents his country. So good stuff there. But yeah, this is the classic German coat of arms. It's very identifiable with the long lines representing the wings of the eagle, the Bundesadler, right? Probably mispronouncing that, but I tried to learn the pronunciation before I started recording. So just know I tried. For our German viewers out there, please inform us more about this cool coat of arms and history and insight on Germany. I would love to hear it. But yeah, the body of the eagle is replaced with the wrench, of course. Pretty cool, obvious. Not the most creative thing in the world, but that's just kind of what they do, with the ambulance medical logos as well. Now, the eagle had a red beak and red claws, which is kind of cool. Would have been cool if they maybe made like the tip of the wrench red as well, but yeah, it probably looks better just in all black. But yeah, I love how the red kind of blends into the black here, gets a little darker, and then just completely goes out to midnight. I really do like that. The spoiler also looks really good with the yellow there. Lots of colors on it. You have the black on either side, the maroon kind of base to it, and the backing as well. And again, on the back here, you have just more of the World Grand Prix stuff. If we could focus, oh my goodness, why are we being so dramatic? Thank you. It was like, just get your fat finger away from the frame. I'll focus. But yeah, you have the all-in-all logo, World Grand Prix, the German flag, and then, of course, the German flag incorporated into the World Grand Prix logo with the number 4 there. I also love the base here. That's also two-tone, thanks to Shane Cooper. I love how he did this, and he used a Thailand version of Max Schnell, as you could see there. But yeah, really cool. Really cool stuff. This is one of my new favorite customs. I feel like I say that every time. I'm sure there's probably some recency bias to it, but it's just so nice to see some of these nostalgic characters at this point. I mean, they're 13 years old in new, fresh paint jobs, even though, the video game Cars Fast as Lightning is a little old by now, right? But yeah, love it all. Looks great. You have the red side view mirrors as well, which are separate plastic pieces. Probably tough to paint, so props to Shane Cooper. And if you guys want a custom by him, man, I get so many questions. And man, it's just so easy. You reach out to him via Facebook or Instagram, both of which are linked in the descriptions of any video that I have a custom review of. So if it's not even Shane Cooper, whoever the customizer is, they're credited in the description, so you can contact them. Unless it's something weird where I don't know where I got the custom from, or I got it on eBay or something like that. So just keep that in mind, guys. If you want something done by the customizer or something that looks like the custom you're watching in the video, just look in the description. I get so many comments, and it is the easiest thing ever. But yeah, this is my official new favorite version of Max Schnell. I think that's pretty easy to come to. Again, maybe some recency bias, but that's okay. It's not gonna hurt anyone. I like the original Max Schnell. I like purple, but it's always been one of my least favorite World Grand Prix racers, and maybe that's because his model got so overused when they applied it to all the international racers, whether it be Longue, Memo Rojas, Flash, Frosty, Fiddly, all those guys, right? So it just got a little repetitive. I do like the silver version because they gave him a new set of eyes. The Carnival version is kind of wild with the red tires in there and the foil flashy decal. It's kind of interesting. Carbon is pretty weak for me. It's very gray. I don't know. Like, Carbon's my favorite TROC, Transcontinental Race of Champions series, but Max may very well be my least favorite in the series. I think they needed to give him a new wing like they did for many of the racers in that series. And then, of course, the Ice Racers version, which might be my favorite TROC version of him, just because I love how the blue looks in the snow. It just kind of gives off German vibes. Makes sense to me. But yeah, guys, what the hell else? I don't have anything else to say for this video. I have some more customs. As you guys know, I've previewed some in previous videos, and I'll do one right now. If you made it to the end of the video, this is likely to be one of the future reviews I won't be back to back. I don't want to do the same model, like I was just saying, back to back. So you'll probably see like a McQueen, maybe my Mr. Docket Next Gen review. That would be pretty cool. I have a lot of McQueens I have to review, so it might be a McQueen, but this is like Monkey King Longue. So very excited for this one. I love this guy so much. I mean, just look at that wing with the turquoise there. But so far, you know, recently we did French Flag, Raoul Sarul, which was super cool. We had Tokyo Nights or Midnight Shoot to the Roki last year. Same with Spanish Flag, Miguel. 2 years ago, you had Carnival Carlo Veloso, which is just beautiful, beautiful. Carbon Fiber McQueen here, which we reviewed a couple months ago, and Hot Rod Francesco from a couple years ago. So a great batch of alternative designs for these World Grand Prix racers. Let me know in the comments below, which is your favorite? Was your favorite World Grand Prix racer? Is a really good question. That's like the lifelong debate that's been going on for over a decade now. And I think like the top picks are always like Francesco, Carla, and Rip, Lewis and Jeff, right? Lewis and Jeff for obvious reasons. They're based off real people, but Rip and Carla, because their designs I just think are super cool. But anyways, guys, bye now.
Did you question God or did you see it coming? Come on! Oh, come on!